beep. What was that song? Things can only get better. And that was at the Labour doofers, wasn't it? When they came in and did their powerful things with Britain. Britain started its descent into hell. Not Norman Bates. Lionel Blair. No. What was his name? Can't remember his name now. He was Prime Minister. Tony Blair. I said Norman Bates. Right. Is it miracle today just gets better and better? So here's another one for you, right? A midday treat from the Jester. Because I'm thoroughly enjoying this. So there's another bit of good news later. Got a bit of good news this morning. Now we're having another bit of good news at lunchtime. Could get better, couldn't it? Could not get better. Now, we're off to Northern Ireland. Hello, Northern Ireland. And hello to Northern Irish and Southern Irish warrior teachers. We're off to the Emerald Isle with its beautiful rolling green hills and its fantastic ales and stouts. Love it. Right. Okay. So here we go from newsletter.co.uk. They're going to be furious. They're going to be tamping. Sally Hines must be having a conniption fit. Because I know she's been talking nonsense about puberty bloggers again, hasn't she? We must make sure children have access to this. Yeah, Sally, get on your bike, you academic grumbling ovary. Health Minister confirms Northern Ireland puberty blocker ban. Alliance call it very, very damaging. Stormont's Health Minister Robin Swan has confirmed that Northern Ireland will follow NHS England in banning hormone-blocking drugs for children with gender dysphoria. Children don't have gender dysphoria. It's body dysmorphia. Or that other one where you want to have your limbs cut off. What's that called? Onomatopoeia? That's not onomatopoeia, is it? Auto body dooberies. Right, when they... Yeah? It's either that or body... We've got to stop calling it gender dysphoria because it's not. There's no such thing. It was made up by activists, right? So let's hear that again. This is just great. Stormont's Health Minister Robin Swan has confirmed that Northern Ireland will follow NHS England in banning hormone-blocking drugs for children with gender dysphoria. But Alliance claim it will be damaging, told Minister to consult with LGBTQ organisations, right? There are no LGBTQ organisations. There's just the LGBT and its extended alphabet. You know, it's like one of those mops you get. So if you're a short person, you can scrub the floor. And if you're a tall person, you just telescopically extend the mop. And then you can reach all sorts of areas. You know? I know, because I've got one. In fact, I've got two, so I can clean things quicker. Right? So this is what the LGBTQ is like, right? So whenever they fancy it, it's like extend it. So it goes from LGBT to LGBT plus, notch 1, LGBT plus 2S, notch 2, LGBT plus 2S, LGBTQ plus 2S, and so on until they've got the mop fully extended. LGBTQ, 2S, A, P, Reuters, whatever, you know? So, the Health Service in England has said there is not enough evidence about their safety or clinical effects. We don't need evidence or safety or clinical effects to tell us not to mess with puberty. This is what I can't get past, right? Puberty is a human right. It might be, I don't care if it's uncomfortable. We've all been through it. You'll get past it, right? It comes with benefits. Just right. The drugs stop normal development in teenagers, such as preventing breast development in girls or the growth of facial hair in boys, as well as what happens to their penis, by the way. There is no evidence that they won't have long-term health consequences, including for those who don't proceed to opposite-sex hormones. They do have terrible trouble. I mean, it's insane. Asked by the DUP's Diane Dodds at the Health Committee on Thursday if he would also ban the drugs, Mr. Swan replied, yes. Simple yes. And the Irish loons, is it Temu? What? No, that's a shop. Tenny, innit? Tenny in Ireland. Off you pop, you nutters. The Alliance parties, Nuala McAllister, that's got wonderful onomatopoeia. I don't know why it makes it sound like somebody's in a doctor's waiting room, but it does. Nuala McAllister. Right. Here I come. I'm on my way. You gave just a one-word answer to a question that will actually be very, very damaging. So it's not damaging. It's not very damaging. According to Noella McAllister, it is very damaging and very, very damaging. For a very small number of people in Northern Ireland, yeah, no, it's not. No, we'll stop the damage, won't we? Because if they're not given any of the drugs and told that there's something they're not, where's the damage? I suggest that Noella McAllister is not as smart as he or she likes to think she is. Or he is, or it is, whatever it is, these M's. The North Belfast MLA, don't know what that is, somebody will tell me in the Dubras, asked Robin Swan if the drugs will be banned for all under 18s and not just trans kids. There's no such thing as a trans child. Get lost, all right, with your nonsense. And said it was very important that the minister meets with LGBTQ organisations. No, don't waste your time meeting with them because they're hard left ideologues and they're mad. Who said, we were only too aware of the very acute needs of young people in Northern Ireland. No, you're not. You have no idea what the young people of Northern Ireland need. You certainly shouldn't be anywhere near making decisions about it. Robin Swan apologised for any upset his one-word answer caused. Don't apologise, Robin. Get the job done. All right? Ignore them. Just ignore them. Because then they'll have a tantrum and they'll poo themselves in public or whatever you do when you have a tantrum and you're an adult who can't think. Ignore them, right? So that's what I do. Just ignore them. Dr. David Bell, a former consultant psychiatrist, I've covered Dr. David Bell's work before at the Tavistock. He was at the Tavistock. Said in 2021 that the ideology of LGBT organisations was damaging the treatment offered to children. Yeah, that's right. Then we have the Nolan investigation from the BBC, Stonewall podcast, that LGBT plus groups have promoted the kind of agendas which I've been saying are doing such damage. It's Mengele crap in it. This all started back then, folks. We need to end the whole damn thing for everyone. By the way, no more. Shut this door and just wait till it ends, like we did with eugenics and lobotomy. Stonewall said it was deeply disappointing that their work for LGBTQ plus inclusion could still be thought of as controversial. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with LGB, and you know it. Medical interventions, which can include puberty blockers and mastectomies, have been described by supporters as a gender-affirming healthcare. Gender-affirming health. Sinn Féin, who last year called for the drugs to be legal right, did not speak on the issue. Yeah, I bet. Got it? Have you twigged it? Have you, Sinn Féin? Have you twigged it? In 2022, Sinn Féin said, Emma Sheeran, more must be done to ensure that people can access gender-affirming healthcare. There's no such thing as gender-affirming healthcare. Stop talking about it. Right, it's time to stop calling it what it is. Medical malpractice. The Alliance Party, the Green Party and the SDLP have, or still do, support the use of drugs in children with trans ideation. Last year, UUP leader Doug Beattie raised concerns saying evidence for using these drugs to treat young people is low. You know, it isn't going to end, is it, until we stop using the language. People keep saying to me, it's got nothing to do with language, it's got everything to do with language. There is no gender-affirming healthcare, it is simply medical malpractice. There is no such thing as a trans identity, there is only a delusion in the individual's mind. We stop it now. I'll see you later. Good news for Northern Ireland, though. The children of Northern Ireland are a little bit safer today. I'll see you later. Ta-da!